I mean, it's pretty obvious why I christened them all-you-can-eat dresses. Because you can center your day around food, my friends, and not worry about having a food baby. You will be so comfortable, you will be enjoying all the delights of your food and your desserts, and you will look amazing as well. Who doesn't love a little bit of retail therapy, or a lot? I'm no exception. Yes, I am a thrift junkie, it's my passion, but I realize that my wardrobe is getting crazy with about 80% thrift and about 20% retail. So I do need some basics and some staples in my wardrobe, but also just some current pieces to, make my wardrobe more functional and to make it easier getting dressed every morning. So lately I've been doing a little bit of retail therapy, just a little bit. My sensibility as a shopper is to always shop sale. I don't pay full price, so what I'm going to show you in this haul, I happened to snag at really great prices. They were all on sale. And so today's video, I guess, is going to be a retail therapy haul. Okay, let's begin with what I have on right now. This top I found at TK Maxx. It's a Zara top. It was only $8. I'm not sure of the original retail, but I would say it would have been about $30, knowing Zara prices. I really love this top. Very spring-like. We're in summer now, but I just love the color palette. It's a beautiful blue, yellow, white, but it's the black embroidery and the placement of it that I really like, and I think lends an edgy vibe to this top, which would otherwise have been a very classic, pretty, spring-like, ladylike top. I'm lacking a lot of sleeveless tops in my wardrobe, tank tops. Most of my tops are very voluminous blouses, so I knew this was something that I would wear, and with the black embroidery I wanted to pair black bottoms with it, either a black denim skirt or the black jeans I have on, which are also new. They're by H&M. They are the vintage slim straight leg with a high waist, and they do have a bit of stretch. I normally don't like stretch in my jeans. I normally stick to Levi's because they are, 100% cotton. They don't have any elastane, and they just make your butt look really good. And they just, they just are so much more flattering than jeans with stretch. Maybe not as comfortable. These ones are great. They have 1% elastane, and I just really liked the vibe, the vintage vibe. I needed a black pair of jeans because I don't have any. I do have my eye on a pair of Levi's balloon jeans. I'm saving up for those and hoping that they'll, have a discount somewhere and I can pick them up. I do love these jeans. They are just really flattering, really comfortable. I do have a few pairs of H&M jeans. I think they are just really great cuts at really affordable prices, and it's not that jegging material. Steer clear from that jegging material. It does no favors to anybody. So the jeans were down to $20 from $40, so that was a steal. So you're looking at a $28 outfit, and I just have my white trainers, and I'm filming this video just before I'm about to go to work. So this is my little work outfit, and I think it's really cute. But going back to this top, I already mentioned it would look great with my black denim skirt, which also happens to be from H&M last season. But I would also wear it with blue denim to bring out the blue flowers, or maybe even a black boho skirt, midi skirt that I have. Okay, moving on. Tank tops, sleeveless tops, basic tees. These are things that I'm looking for because they are definitely lacking in my wardrobe. And this is a gorgeous high neck rib tank by Jag. This is a very thick quality tank top, so it's not sheer at all, and the cut is very flattering. But unfortunately, I picked it up in a wrong size. This is a medium. I am definitely an extra small. I mean, I picked it up, I did not even try it on. I thought, yeah, this will work, and when I brought it home, it was just absolutely huge. So I went back to the store to exchange it for a small, and even the small was just too big. It was gaping around the underarm. So I'm waiting for an extra small to come back in stock so I can do a swap, and then I know I will just get heaps of wear out of this. This is just, a great basic, done really well. It's just a really flattering cut, as I mentioned, and I just love high neck tanks. I think it's that beautiful quality that you could pair this with anything and it would just look great. So this top retails at $50, but I bought it during the Black Friday sales. It had 20% off, so I got it for 40 bucks, which isn't bad for a really good quality ribbed tank. So I'm really happy I found that. I just need to get it in my size. Moving on to another sleeveless top that I found in H&M. This is 100% viscose. The cut is a little different to the white one. This one is more of a classic cut, and this one here is more of a racer back cut. So they're both high neck. I mean, this one's in cotton and it's more fitted to the body. This one skims. So they're both great basics, but I thought this was a steal for 10 bucks. This wasn't on sale, it was just the retail price. How can you go past a viscose sleeveless tank for only 10 bucks? It's just crazy. I think this is a great basic. I love the cut, I love the way it feels on my body, and it's just a staple to have in your wardrobe to either dress up with black pants or dress down with denim. So in the clip, I've styled this black top with these gorgeous black dress pants that I found from H&M for $20. They were originally $35, which is a great price to begin with. Black pants for me have always been very difficult to find. I'm quite fussy. I want pockets. I don't want a straight leg. I don't want anything too corporate looking, but I want to be able to dress them up or dress them down. And I was so pleased at how these looked on my body when I tried them on. They do fit me to perfection. I love the tan button detail at the front and on the pockets. They do have pockets. They do have slight pleating. They are a mum cut, which is one of my favorite cuts when it comes to jeans and pants. With the hems, I've just cuffed them, and that's just a look that I really love. I love cuffing my jeans and my pants, and rather than take them to a tailor and have them altered, I would much rather just cuff them. I just love a cuffed hem. I think it's very trendless and just really classic. And this monochrome black look is so unusual for me. I do not wear black from head to toe. Well, apparently I do, but I just think it looked great and I felt really great in it. I felt slim. I thought it was very flattering. It was very streamlined and simple, but it somehow made a statement. And the white trainer, I think, just pops against the all black outfit. I just really enjoyed wearing it to work, and it got a lot of compliments. I was told that black suits me, which I thought it never did. People were asking me where I got my pants from because they really do look like expensive, well-cut pants. So I'm really happy to have these pants in my wardrobe because I didn't have any black pants and now I do, and they're a beautiful viscose polyester blend, which is just great quality for 20 bucks. Alrighty, next up we have a cute graphic tee with vintage vibes. Me and my son were driving through Long Jetty. We were having a day out together, and there's some beautiful boutiques in Long Jetty, and I spotted a $20 rack outside one of the boutiques. I pulled over, parked the car, and said to my son, "Wait here, I'll be 5 minutes." He's like, "Okay, Mum." So I hopped out, I raided the rack, and I found this tee, and it was the last one. It's in a size large, but it still works. I just love this vibe. I mean, I love Americana styling. I love the color palette. I immediately pictured wearing it with my blue denim Levi's to bring out this beautiful blue in the graphic. And I just think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous vintage vibe kind of graphic tee, which I'm always a sucker for. This tee is by Refuge and it retailed at 60 bucks. So less than half price. I love grabbing bargains like that, you guys. This is just the way I shop. I've always been this way. I think even if I came into a lot of money, I would always shop for bargains because why pay more than you have to for retail? All it takes is a little bit of patience for that item that you love to get reduced. You don't have to grab it when it's, you know, a hot new arrival, and also an appetite for searching through those sale racks, which for me is not surprising because I love hunting for my thrift treasures. So it's kind of like the same thing when it comes to retail. I'm looking through all the sale racks, the bins, the things that have been discarded and rejected. They're the things I love. I am so in love with this. I wore it on my birthday with my blue jeans, my white Converse high tops, my cream colored Converse Coach bag, and I felt like the coolest girl even though I just turned 49. Alrighty, now I have some dresses to show you. I love dresses. I've always been a dress girl. The thing I love about dresses the most is that it's a one and done. All you need to do is pair a shoe and a bag, and swapping out a different shoe and bag can completely change the vibe of your dress. So let's talk about this one first. This dress you see here, my friends, is my creation. I tie-dyed this dress. The first time I have ever tie-dyed anything in my life, and look how it turned out. Is this not stunning? I mean, I absolutely love it. Let me begin by telling you how the dress originally looked. It was all in this purple color, this very dark purple color. Now, I didn't mind it, but the problem was, I think because it was on a $20 rack sitting outside in the sun, on the shoulder where the hanger is, the color was all faded. But I took the dress anyway because there's just so much I love about it. This deep V is just beautiful. The voluminous sleeve I love, and then it's elasticated at the wrist. It's just a very flowy, voluminous, all-you-can-eat dress. This is what I call these kind of dresses, you guys. If you're familiar with my channel, then you've probably heard me use this term before. I mean, it's pretty obvious why I christen them all-you-can-eat dresses. Because you can center your day around food, my friends, and not worry about having a food baby. You will be so comfortable. You will be enjoying all the delights of your food and your desserts, and you will look amazing as well. Okay, so back to the dress. It also has pockets. I mean, what an amazing dress. And if you look very closely, it has some beautiful embroidery patchwork. So what I did, my friends, was I tie-dyed this dress, and it was very simple. All you have to do is grab the dress or top or whatever it is you want to tie-dye, scrunch it up. Don't be too careful with it, just scrunch it up, twist it, then grab a couple of elastic bands and tie it around the garment so it's twisted and bound together and stays that way. Then throw it in the tub, get your bleach, be really careful that you don't get it on your clothes or anywhere else in the bathroom. Splash the bleach on your garment in the bath, turn the garment around a little bit and keep splashing, and then just leave it. Leave it for half an hour, leave it longer, then go back and check on it, unwind the elastic bands, try and lay it out on the bath floor and see how it turned out. So in my case, the tie-dye had taken on half of the dress and not so much on the other half. So I rewound it again with the elastic bands, followed the same process, left it again. Then when I looked at it a second time, it was more evened out and I was happy with it. So I gave it a good rinse in the bath and then put it in the wash alone, not with anything else, to make sure that none of the bleach ruins any of your other clothes. And then it came out like this, my friends. I think it's just wonderful. I really do. I was so thrilled with the way it turned out. My mum couldn't believe it. She did not like this dress to begin with. She couldn't understand why I would buy something so shapeless and so unflattering. But this is just who I am. I love things like this. I travel a lot and these are perfect for traveling. But then she quickly changed her mind when she saw what I did to it. And oh my God, I think it's just beautiful the way the colors turned out. It still has that beautiful purple and then some nude pink and cream, and it just turned out so great. It really is magic. It's like something I would see on Free People. So a year later, I can now finally wear this dress. Tie-dye isn't for everyone, but it's just so 70s and bohemian, and if it's done right and it's not those psychedelic colors, I really like it. And that's what I really love about this dress. It's just very soft and muted, and it just looks really well done, if I say so myself. Moving on to another all-you-can-eat dress, I found this gorgeous white off-the-shoulder dress, all on, from a boutique in Cronulla. It was $80, I got it for $40. The label is Haven. It's 100% rayon, but this is just a great piece. It's got pockets, it's a midi length. I would wear this over my cozy as a cover up and then add a belt, a different shoe and a bag and take it to dinner. I mean, it's just that kind of dress. And I love the way I styled this dress with the boots, because the boots ride up and sort of get hidden underneath the dress, and a tan belt to match the boots, and maybe a beautiful tan bag. I think it's just gorgeous. I do love this sleeve. And I think I actually prefer this dress on the shoulder rather than off the shoulder. But I'm sure I'm gonna wear it both ways, both belted and loose and flowy and on and off the shoulder. It's just a great dress. So again, another shapeless dress that is very bohemian and gives me that free people vibe. And I think for 40 bucks, it was an absolute steal, and I'm sure I will have this dress for many seasons to come. Alrighty, moving on to another white dress. This one not so voluminous and shapeless. It's actually the opposite. It's quite fitted on the body. I wouldn't say it's clingy in an unattractive way. It just skims. And I always say when it comes to clothing, even if you are one that loves body conscious styling, then go for skim and not cling. And that's what I felt this did. I'm not really 100% sure if I'm going to keep this. This was only $15 from TK Maxx. It's a Zara dress. And the reason I'm not sure is I thought that the neckline would be a little bit higher, and it's not as high as I would like. And I'm also not sure about this ruffle detail at the front. Just the placement of it and the way it veers into a V. I think it's creating a lot of volume around the breast area. So not only do you have the curve of your breast that's creating volume and shape, then you have the ruffle on top and kind of in the center of the chest area, and I'm not sure that that is so flattering on me. But I'm gonna try it on again and take a really good look at it, and I'll make a decision. But I had to show you guys anyway. It was, like I mentioned, $14 from TK Maxx, a Zara dress. I'm not sure what the original price was. I do love this textured knit. I enjoy this silhouette. I think it's very flattering. And this sleeve I think is just so beautiful and flattering because it is voluminous on the arm and then comes in at the wrist, which I think is just so delicate and feminine and just shows off a woman's arm to its most advantage. Because if you're insecure about your arms, the voluminous sleeve just gives the illusion of a slim arm, and then the tapered wrist, the fitted wrist, accentuates that very delicate part of a woman's hand. And that's just why I love voluminous sleeves and tapered wrists. It's just something I've always been drawn to. Because this dress is a mini and it is quite sexy in that it skims the body and shows off your curves, I paired it with my tan boots to just cover up a little bit and just show a little sliver of skin. That's just the way I like to tone down something that is, you know, for me, overtly sexy. And I just love that kind of styling. I'm not sure about this dress. I do love it. I love the look of it. I think it's such a beautiful dress. Am I gonna keep it? I'm not sure. This is a gorgeous dress that I found on the same day in Cronulla that I found this one. And this is a dress by the label Wish. It's an Australian label, W-I-S-H. It retailed at $160 and I got it for 40 bucks. It was on a sale rack and I just couldn't believe my luck. I think this silhouette is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this color. This sage green is so flattering on my olive skin tone, and I think it brings out the green in my eyes. And again, it has that gorgeous theatrical sleeve that I love, voluminous, and then tapered in on the wrist. And it has a gold button detail. Thankfully, this one is a beautiful high neck, and I love this embroidered detail at the front and also on the sleeve and on the hem of the dress. It has a slight ruffle hem, which I enjoy so much because it definitely gives me those boho vibes. The back is very simple. It has a little keyhole opening with a gold button detail, and I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love where this dress sits on my waist. So it's not quite high-waisted, but it's not a drop waist either. It sits at that perfect mid-rise point where you can sort of hike it up a little bit, blouse it over. It just creates a gorgeous, gorgeous silhouette. And again, this dress is above the knee, so I wanted to cover up my legs with the brown boots. I personally think that the tan boots with this sage green are a gorgeous pairing. I absolutely love it. It could be a very autumnal dress, but you could also wear this dress as it starts to warm up. It would also look really cute, I think, with ankle boots or even a pointy little gold flat to tie in with the gold button detail. I think it's just beautiful. I haven't worn it yet. It's a little too warm to wear it now, but I'm looking forward to wearing it when it starts to cool down again because it's just a very, very stunning dress and I absolutely love it. Alright you guys, I bought myself a new cozy. So for you non-Australians out there, cozy is just another word for swimsuit, bathers. It's a two-piece swimsuit that I got also during the Black Friday sales. This retailed at $80 and $60, but you got a 25% discount, so it cost me $105. I was drawn to the bottoms of this swimsuit first. I love the stripe and I love this muted burgundy color. I think it's one of my favorite colors. I do tend to gravitate towards muted, nude, pinks, burgundies, those kinds of warm pinky tones I just absolutely love. I mean, I love stripes, I always have. I love that it's a high-waisted full brief. It's quite flattering. I was not going to buy a two-piece ever again. I thought, you know, maybe I should just stick to one pieces from now on. I want to, you know, look great on the beach. I don't want to feel, you know, insecure and self-conscious about my body. But this top just sits so flatteringly on that it just shows a very small sliver of skin, and it's just enough skin that I will feel comfortable, you know, on the beach and not self-conscious. And the top is just a square neckline and it's in this beautiful tropical print, again in the same colorway, but it's bringing in a little bit of yellow, and I just love that they're different but they pair so beautifully together. And the funny thing is, when I saw this on the hanger, I wasn't really into it. I thought, this is not very flattering, this isn't going to look good, but it is really flattering. This square neckline just looked great. The support is amazing. Apparently it's a double D cup, and I'm not a double D, but when it comes to swimsuits, I find the bra sizes are very small and very non-supportive. So the fact that this fit my breasts and kept everything nice and covered up and in place and looking really just smooth, and oh, it just looks so flattering and I love it. And this swimsuit, my friends, is by Rip Curl. I'm just really happy with this swimsuit. It's so cute. I'm going to Byron in January with my son, and I'm going to rock this swimsuit on the beach with my pretty cover up, and I'm going to feel great and I'm going to have a wonderful time because we all deserve a holiday after this crazy year that we've all had. So I'm really happy with that swimsuit, and that, my friends, brings us to the end of this retail therapy haul. I do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope I see you guys in my next one.